CES 2024 gives us a preview of what to expect in the future of tech. And there's some innovations in the television space to health enhancements and to the outright bizarre as well. Joining me for more on this is news.com.au's US Correspondent Benedict Brook, who's at CES in Las Vegas. Benedict, thanks for joining us. Let's start with the televisions. We've seen a bit of this already, but some manufacturers are looking into transparent televisions.
Yeah, there's been some form of transparent TVs at CES in years gone by. Really, this year, it looks like a breakout year for them. LG, for instance, being very bullish that it'll actually get one to market in 2024. Whether it will be Australia remains to be seen. But I think the big question for a lot of people is, why would you even need a transparent TV? And some people are thinking this could go the way of 3D TVs. But manufacturers say that as TVs get bigger, when you turn them off, they end up being big black boxes on the wall. So transparent TVs will be a little bit less of a huge thing in the living room, as you'll be able to see right through them to your wallpaper. And they are pretty impressive, what we've seen this week.
Yeah, the buzz in the world this year is definitely around artificial intelligence. So what developments have been made in that space in terms of what you're seeing at CES?
Yeah, you can't move for things saying they're AI enabled here at CES. There was an AI barbecue, an AI pram as well. But one of the interesting things here is that the organisers of CES have done research that has shown that around a quarter of people still find AI to be scary. More people find AI to be malicious than trustworthy. So there's a lot of rebranding of AI going on here at CES. LG says it's affectionate intelligence, not artificial intelligence. Samsung is saying it's basically been doing AI for 10 years now. It just hasn't been called that. So they want to stress how it can be used in the home. So, for instance, there's a washing machine that can judge how much dirt is on your clothing and then adjust the wash cycle appropriately for that. So there's been a lot of little robots and things, as you can see now, which are really trying to humanize AI and make it seem less like that scary doll Megan from the recent film and more like something you'd like to kind of stroke on the sofa.
Yeah, well, we've all seen The Terminator, haven't we? But that thing that was just on TV, was that an AI home robot? What's the AI home robot that's been at CES?
Yeah, there's been two. Samsung's got one called Borley, LG's got one called Q9, and they essentially do the same thing. They patrol your home when you're not there. They can, if a cat knocks over a plant pot, it can get the Roomba to come out and clean it up. It can send you a picture of it. It can turn lights off if it gets dark. It can project things onto the wall. If you come home and you look a bit grumpy, this robot will scan your face and play a peppy tune to try and cheer you up. Now, I'm not sure if that would work for me, but they are trying to give lots of reasons here why these devices will help around the home. And as you can see, they're adorable, you know. And so I think there's a real push here to take AI from being this slightly, out there kind of technology to something which is humanized and something which is kind of, around the house you'd like to have.
Yeah. Well, you always see some pretty wild stuff at CES. What's been the weirdest stuff that you've seen while you've been there? What's raised the most eyebrows?
Well, I think one of the things that I thought was really interesting was a mirror that you looked into. It's called the Magic Mirror. And in 30 seconds, it could tell you what kind of health risks you might have just by looking at the blood flow below your skin, diabetes risks, BMI. That was interesting. But I think the thing that made me chuckle the most this year was on the kind of AI robot front, there was one that was purely about looking after your pet when you're away. If you couldn't be bothered to look after your pet, this robot called Oro would do it. And it had a hole in its little robot stomach which shot out tennis balls so it could play with your dog. And I thought that was possibly the wildest thing. And yeah, we'll wait to see if that actually occurs.
Well, that is pretty crazy. Benedict, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.